Yo, what's good? It's your bro Lo, and I'm bringing you guys another saucy trading video. So right now, I'm in the middle of basically New York session. It's about to be the 250 macro. I'm looking at how we have this order block right here. I want to see if bodies can close through there because I want to see the daily go higher. So I really need price to expand through this order block to see if price can start going up higher. At least there's no expansion right now coming into this price section, so it's not much for me to do with GU. Also same with EU, it's really not much displacement going on for my bullish bias. Right now there's no reason for me to buy right now, right? Because it could start coming lower, at least to like 50% of the weekly range, right? It could just get down there and, you know, and draw down into there. For NQ and ES and NQ did create SMT with each other, as you can see. So this low was not ran along with this, and then you can see ES did create SMT, right? So the best pair to buy right now is this indice NQ. You have Asia buy side liquidity. We did come into a discount on this order block, right? We are inside of this daily volume imbalance, as you can see right here, right? Don't get too distracted over all the lines, right? Those lines are just for me. Let's see what price is doing, and let's see what this macro does right here. So we ran out previous hourly low, or yeah, previous hourly high. I don't think this macro is gonna get up into this high by that time, right? Especially because we aren't above the 50. Basically, we're not above here. I would want to see us close above here before taking any trades to go higher. This is like my inversion FEG that I want to see for narrative to get closed in and get taken out, right? To even go higher and to complete this daily expense, if it is going to be a daily up closing day, right? But yeah, until we get any closes, then I'm not touching that shit, right? Same thing with ES, but I'd rather buy NQ because NQ should be stronger than ES, right? Let's see what GU. So basically it's nothing really right now. We do have, well, actually the news did already drop. We still have that FOMC meeting minutes at 2 o'clock, so maybe 3 o'clock might be a move for indices. I don't know. Right now, it's nothing, no confirmation of us getting through this up close candle right now. Until this hourly close, this down close candle on me. Until this hourly close, then I'll make a decision after the hourly close. If the hourly does not close above the open at least, then this is a no-go. But I need this to at least expand through here, to be honest, right? I don't like this back and forth right here. I want to see some expansion from this up candle with this up candle, but not getting that. Might get another run lower for GU. Also EU might give one more run lower, right? And then maybe right, if we do get a run lower and it closes in this FEG right here, then I'd be more inclined to maybe buy buy GU and think GU should be the strongest, right? So right now, yeah, it's nothing to be done here. Just getting a feel for what price is doing. We got Asia highs up here for ES, right? Asia highs, NQ got highs right here. So that's my target for today until I get some type of confirmation that this wants to go higher. There is no buying from me. This is a 15-minute inversion fair value gap right here. Yeah, I want to see NQ get through there before being a buyer today, right? Get through that inversion fair value gap on the 15-minute, and then we'll be good to go, right? For me, for buys, to aim for this Asia buy side. But yeah, until then, I'll catch you guys. Okay, so basically what we did was we ran down into this 5-minute order block Right, use this FEG right here, and we got some bit of displacement. I wanted to see a little bit more displacement right here, right? I am waiting for the open, because the open might come down, wick down, do whatever, or just fly straight up. But these are my targets for today. If we just fly straight up, then that's that trade idea is done, right? Let's see, GU still struggling, right? So you see, there's no reason to continue to try to buy or look for buys when, you know, that's keeping me out, right? So you have to have rules, rules to keep you out of shit, right? So right now my rules are keeping me out of not even being interested in EU or GU, right? Right now I am interested in Q and ES, but 930 has to come into play. So might get one more run maybe. I want to see this order block go. If we close in that order block, mean threshold, or this order block, then that's done. Alright, so what I want to see is if this 930 candle can close through this inversion FEG, right, and then get above, close above that 50. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, in the next 15 minutes, get expansion through there. We did create a breaker FEG right in here. Alright, but I want to see a little bit more at least a close, some more expansion above here. I don't want to see any wick rejections and shit right here. Close through the 50, get through this inversion fair value gap, we'll close through 50% of the daily range, and then boom, we could start looking for entries there. But I'm not gonna enter here. So as you can see, we have our first prison at FEG right there. Still trending lower, still didn't close above that 50%. So I wasn't interested in this buy right here because we couldn't close through that 50% of that range. So, and this inversion FEG. So we just constantly use that first presented FEG to go lower. So you see we have one more run. So right here, I'm marking out the mean threshold of this order block. If it closes through this order block on the hourly, then this invalidates my whole buying bias for right now. So yeah, so I'm just watching mean threshold of this order block. As long as we don't get no closes, good. Looking if we could get back above this first presented FEG, right? So we still trading lower, marking out previous hourly high, previous hourly low. All right, so you can see we have one more run. We have one more run right here, one more run right into this down close candle and mean threshold. We also hit a specific point in the range. So now I'm looking at for price to trade above this first presented FEG and this 1 hour order block during this macro, the mean threshold. So this macro I want to see us get up through there, and if we could, then I'll take a buy there. I'm just framing out afterwards, framing out a trade afterwards, right? So you can see 950 macro, we're still running up, still running. I want to see a little bit more displacement right there, right through that FEG with alongside with this breaker. It couldn't do that during the 950 run, and I'm watching mean threshold of that breaker to see if we close through that on the hourly. Also right here with GU did not allow me to get any entries. It was not closing through this inversion FEG alongside with this, so no trades there, right? Still wasn't trading above that order block, so I really didn't want to be a buyer there. And then the previous hourly just closed through this mean threshold, this order block, so that completely invalidated my buys. It kept me out of a position there, and I think we continue to trade lower there, right? So and I also tried to get a buy on Euro USD. We ran out this low. I wanted to try to get an entry somewhere in here after confirmation, and then to run out all of these smooth edges down here, previous hourly lows that were built up. Let me show you. So as you can see, yeah, multiple previous hourly lows being built up. This candle, 5 o'clock wasn't taken about 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock wasn't taken out by 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock wasn't taken out by 8 o'clock, and you get the gist, right? And then we finally got the run. It didn't give me that entry, so I missed that EU trade. That's fine. The rules didn't get me in, and you know, we moved on to finish out that session and wait for PM session. All right, so coming into PM session, as you can see, all right, we did trade back above that volume imbalance alongside with the daily 50% of the daily range. We came down and ran out lunch lows right here during this hourly open, right? Came down and ran out lunch lows. I was trying to get an entry somewhere in here around that order block, see if price can come down, get an entry right in there alongside this inverse breaker. But so we'll see what happens right there, right? So I saw that it was a balanced price range. Show you guys. So I moved my entry just a bit up because there was a balanced price range inside of that move, so you can see, right? So you can see it right here, me creating that balanced price range, right? I don't want to see it go through 50% of that. So that was my entry stops right below the run on lunch lows, and then I'm aiming for an Asia high, right? So that was my first entry idea, my first entry idea. But yeah, so I'm just waiting on my entry, waiting for price to come and tag me in and see if we can have another winning day, right? So you can see, just waiting for price to come down into that. So I'm just watching, building up highs right up here, and then looking for a IOFED here, right? So you can see price took out the previous hourly high, and I was expecting it to just continue to run up. I didn't expect my entry for it to come back to my entry. I was planning on still buying there, but you did have that FOMC meeting minutes coming in around 2 o'clock. So I basically cut my limit because I didn't want to. I wanted to wait for some type of reaction at this IOFED. Right, until then no, because it could have just expanded and took it out these highs and then Asia highs as well. Right, so just paying attention to that macro, see what happens once we get into that macro. So you can see price starts coming down. I'm still watching that FEG. So what I said was I was gonna wait until price comes down into that IOFED. So I was gonna wait until price comes down into IOFED, give me a order block, and then I would take that buy. Because if price is gonna run Asian highs, it really shouldn't be coming through 50% of this range, especially since we did a 12 o'clock stop run. I'm not looking for another stop run. I'm looking for this range to hold, right? So if this is gonna be this should be a breakaway gap, right? This right here. This right here should be a breakaway gap. So this should be left unfilled and price should not go back through there. So here we are coming into the macro time. You can see the macro is starting to run down, run lower. So first I was focused on this FEG, but this was too far at a premium of that range, so I didn't want to try to get an order block there and enter there. To be honest, I wanted to see that IOFED. So you can see first presented FEG, it hit the first presented FEG right there, right here after running out lunch lows, and then decided to have a displacement higher. Right, so right now it was just looking good. Like, it was looking good to me. I was just expecting it to go higher from here. I was fully confident, kind of confident, not fully, but a little confident in those Asia highs. So right here, I was waiting for a 5-minute order block to get created. Right in here, you can see that 5-minute order block was created. Looking for it to go above there, and then I was gonna take my entry. So I'm just getting the 50% there of that order block, seeing what price does, seeing if price can close above that order block, and then I get an entry. And hopefully I wouldn't miss I wouldn't miss this one, right? So you got a volume imbalance there. I'm looking to enter as soon as that candle is finished closing, but it didn't close above 50% of that candle, so I didn't like that. So now I'm looking for the 1 minute to close above this candle, and then I would get my entry there, right? Because we did close above it on the 3-minute, that 3-minute order block. So after this candle closed, that's when I got interested. Boom, got an entry there. Looking for this down close candle to hold the price on the 5-minute. So watching if we close above the mean threshold of that order block on the 5-minute. Okay, we did on the 5-minute. So now since we got that closed, that's a good sign. We have not closed above this volume imbalance, which is a scary sign, but I'm looking for us to get through there and close through there. If we started to close through mean threshold of this order block again, then I would potentially just get out for a smaller loss, and we'll let it get one more run, or if it ran away from me, then completely fine. But right, so we finally got that expansion right through that FEG, and it was just going higher. I wanted to see if price could close above this high, and then we start aiming for Asia. Right, so I decided to move my stop since we're relatively close to Asia. I don't want it to come back down and take a full stop out when we're literally right there and we're taking out buy side liquidity. And I would want to see this range hold as well. So you can see we're still looking to expand, still aiming for Asia. This sell limit up here is around the daily, the previous daily high. All right, so you can see we're still expanding. We created no wick right here on this bottom candle, so I decided to take a partial right in here around that FEG. It rejecting that FEG just to be safe and take something off, you know, since we were relatively close to there. Okay, so took some off there and allowed the rest to run to the previous daily highs up there, right? Now I'm anticipating this FEG to hold alongside with this breaker, right? Hold that, and also hold a key area right here that I was looking at. A key area in the daily range, right? So you can see we're using that institutional order flow entry drill, right there, IOFED, and then aiming for that Asia high. You can see we're using that breaker, right, because that's the last up close candle before this down move, right, taking out, coming into that IOFED. And then you can see we started to get a run up into that Asia high in this candle. Well, not that candle, but this candle right here. So boom, ran out the Asia high, and then we did not close above there on this 15-minute candle, right? So we came down. So basically we came down into this breaker range. After running out Asia high, I wanted to see this range hold right here. We created an order block. Well, what I was thinking was an order block, right, to continue higher during this macro, right? So here we go. Here's the macro. Looking for price to continue higher and see if we could get up to that previous daily high. Since I already took a partial here, I wanted to see if we could run up to here with my runner, right? So I just moved my stop right under this low right here, because I'm thinking that price shouldn't come back down into there. We used that FEG there, and then I was looking for us to run there. So this is the new hourly candle. We did come down, run down, right? I moved my stop at first to give it a little bit more room, right? But I'm like, but we really shouldn't really come back down below this low, so I just moved it back. So it tagged me out there. After it tagged me out here, I saw how I rejected right here on this this FEG, last FEG, and I went ahead and decided, because I was up $9.50, decided to put $20 in to see if I could get the rest of that run to that daily high off of here. And it didn't do that. It just tagged me out, and you can see it closed it out with $123 for the day. You know what I mean? And it wasn't the best day, but hey, profit is still profit, right? Didn't get full potential out of this move, didn't get the full take profit, but it's okay, right? There's no need to try to re-enter again, you know what I'm saying, and over leverage and shit. I didn't do that. Boom, end of the day. So just to go over what happened. So what did we do? Let's go to NQ. So NQ came down to a discount, right? It was not, this is where I was invalidated. It was not going through what I was wanting to see it go through. It was just invalidation. We're not going for daily highs if we can't get through here, right? Boom, simple. We dropped down to a discount, gave some type of market maker reversal, right? And low risk buy. Once we closed through the 50% of this daily range and we closed through and expanded through there, right? I was interested in this FEG right here. 12 o'clock came, right? After 12 o'clock, created these lows. 1 o'clock came and we ran those relative equal lows alongside this FEG plus 15-minute consequent encroachment of the wick right here. Boom. Tried to get an entry there. Didn't let me get in. It just created a balanced price range there, right? Came up, ran out of high, came back down during our 2 o'clock hour, and we came and created an IOFED right in here. And then after that, got a entry alongside this order block being created, and we had our run to Asia highs, but then secured all the profit, but it's okay. So if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button for me. If you would love to see more, go ahead and subscribe. It helps you know, help me build my channel. Like, it helps me get help with the algorithm, and you know, and hopefully this is these videos are kind of helping you alongside me, because it helps me too, but help you kind of with your process and your rules and how I operate. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it can help you in what you do. So hopefully that's the case. And I'll see you guys potentially tomorrow. Peace. I'm out.